Hi, my name is Mellisa Ridolfo. I'm doing a resubmission on the strength section to explain the muscles, the bones, joints used in the strength section. Starting with the chest of the dumbbell chest press, the muscles used were the pectoralis major and minor, your anterior deltoid, your triceps, and your abdominis, rectus abdominis, your core. The bones were the clavicle, the sternum, the scapula, humerus, radius, and your ulna. The joints used in a dumbbell chest press was the shoulder joint. This is a ball and socket joint, allowing the greatest range of movement. Your elbow joint is a pivot joint, where one bone, humerus, swivels around the ring formed by the other bone, your ulna. Both of these joints are synovial joints, which are freely movable, allowing a larger range of motion. Flexion and extension. With the dumbbell chest press, as the exercise begins with the arms at 90 degrees, they are in flexion, with decreasing at the angle at the elbow joint. And as the dumbbells are pushed away, they are in extension, increasing the angle at the elbow joint. The energy system used here is the anaerobic respiration system, being the lactic acid system. This supplies energy for the chest press, as this exercise lasts under 2 minutes but is greater than 10 seconds, and it's only for 10 reps. Moving on to the back, I chose the single arm row. The muscles used were the latissimus dorsi, deltoid, biceps brachii, triceps, rectus abdominis, your core, gluteus maximus. Your bones were the scapula, humerus, radius, and ulna. Joints used were your elbow joint. That's a pivot joint where one bone, humerus, swivels around the ring formed by the other bone of the ulna. This again is a synovial joint, which is a freely movable joint, allowing a greater range of motion. Flexion and extension with a single arm row. As the exercise begins with the arm extended, they are in extension with the angle increasing at the elbow joint. When the arm is rowed in, the arm is now in flexion, and this is called decreasing the angle at the elbow joint, being flexion. The energy system used here is anaerobic respiration system, being the lactic acid system. This supplies the energy for the single arm row due to only having 10 reps, and is an exercise that lasts under 2 minutes but is greater than 10 seconds. And finally, we have legs, which we chose the bodyweight lunge. Muscles used are your rectus femoris, adductor longus, semitendinosus, rectus abdominis, and your gluteus maximus. Bones used with the femur, patella, fibula, and tibula. Joints used, this is your knee joint. The knee joint is a hinge joint with two bones that open and close in one direction only. This is also classified as a synovial joint, which is a freely moving joint with a larger range of movement, but obviously only in one direction. Flexion and extension. With a lunge, the exercise begins with a split stance. Where the legs are extended, they are in extension, increasing the angle at the knee joint. When the lunge is performed and the leg is lowered to 90 degrees, this is now in flexion, decreasing the angle at the knee joint. Energy systems for a bodyweight lunge. The energy system here is an anaerobic respiration system, being the lactic acid system. Supplies the energy for the lunge due to only having 10 reps, and is an exercise that lasts under 2 minutes but is greater than 10 seconds.